Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. This one we're going to go over my trading plan, kind of what my plan is throughout kind of day trading and kind of what my goals and all that kind of stuff are. So yeah, let's jump into it. So a lot of people refer to a trading plan as literally their trading, like their strategies and all that kind of stuff. Which of course is not kind of my goal just yet, because that's a kind of a different video, and obviously I will explain that in the future. But this trading plan video is going to be my trading plan generally. So kind of what my targets are, what kind of my yearly plans are. Obviously nothing's going to be perfect, all that kind of stuff, but it's a guide of what I want to achieve and how I can get there. So I've got three kind of stages. They're not really that structured, but they're kind of done by years, I think. So number one is kind of learning, market experience, and obviously tuition and stuff. So let's go over that. So I've got my notes here, that's why I keep looking here. So learning, obviously the big part of day trading, and I want to kind of achieve this in year one. I'm 6 months into it now, as I told you in the last video, and it's all part of learning. I'm watching lots of lectures, following people on Twitter as well, which you may think is a bad idea, but if you follow the right people, you can kind of learn a few bits. And obviously listen to the spaces, get people's ideas, why they're thinking about those ideas and that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about the meme stocks and all of that. That's not me really overall. So I just want to kind of get as much knowledge as possible and in the right way, and just kind of perceive it how I want to perceive it and kind of understand it, all that kind of stuff, and find out why people are thinking these things. So yeah, that's the learning aspect of it, and I think that's quite a huge part of year one. Just on top of that, obviously you're always going to be learning year one, year two, year three, year four, but I think piling on the learning straight away, get those strategies down, get those kind of candlestick patterns if you want, and just kind of understanding the market, macroeconomics and that kind of thing. So they're all things to consider when you're learning kind of day trading. Also, being number one, I'm looking for market experience. And this kind of ties in with tuition as well. Obviously, you've got to be losing money, and that's kind of your tuition to kind of becoming a day trader. So, you're not going to become a lawyer without getting a degree, let's put it that way. I'm not saying it's in the same ballpark, but you kind of understand it a little bit like that. For me, I'm okay losing money at the moment. Obviously, I'm not losing too much money because I don't have huge amounts of money in there. So for me, it's kind of tuition based, so I'm kind of paying for the learning and the market experience. And obviously the market experience is massive. You want to know how the markets move, how they react to news, what certain stocks do through certain earnings reports. There's so much to learn, and obviously you've got commodities, you've got bonds and all that kind of stuff as well, which I don't personally go into, but a lot of people do. Also part of year one for me is tracking. Now I didn't track in the first kind of maybe 2 months, and for me that was quite poor. And I kind of realised why I should be tracking, and obviously I listen to lots of podcasts, watching lots of videos, and they're always saying track. And it really does make sense, to be honest with you, because I have seen the benefit in that. Also, I look back at my trades. I've actually got some here. This is this week's. I've only made a few trades. It's now Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I've only made 4 trades. I have actually made another one, but I haven't written on it yet. All green, which is great, and obviously I can see. Well, I don't know if you can see, but I write down the kind of basic entries, and then I write down a comment, kind of why I entered and how it kind of went. So for me, that's really good. And I went through a couple of week period of losing money, and because I was typing on numbers on the spreadsheet, I did think that connection that kind of learning connection that I needed from the Excel spreadsheet or numbers as I use. So I switched back to kind of writing it down, and obviously it's kind of working, so I can kind of feel each trade. That sounds cheesy, but you kind of understand it more as you're writing it down, why you entered, because you've got that extra kind of, I don't know what the word is, kind of interaction, I suppose, with pen and paper, I guess. And that obviously goes into kind of also year one is finding your strategy. Obviously you're going to be finding from strategy to strategy. A lot of these people, they go, oh, this strategy doesn't work, I must find another one. It's not about that. It's about market experience, which I spoke about just a minute ago, and obviously finding that strategy and kind of working how that strategy works, and having that kind of experience with that strategy and back testing, which is obviously going through the strategy and see if it works for you. Not every strategy works for everyone. For me at the moment, I'm using a moving average strategy, and it seems to be going pretty well. So obviously we'll see how that continues. So that's kind of year one in my mind. So another 6 months of this kind of learning, market experience and all that kind of stuff. So year two for me will be kind of building my bank. Now what I mean by that is I'm not going to chuck in loads of money. I'm going to input money kind of every month, maybe every 2 months or so, and I'm not going to go massive bulks of money because it's just not the way you learn. And obviously I'm not profitable yet, so there's no point just basically throwing away money. But I think it's important that we kind of grow our knowledge with our bankrolls as well, so it gives you kind of extra strength in the market, at least from a personal perspective. So I'm going to be trickling some money in there as well, and obviously tracking that on another spreadsheet, because I love spreadsheets, as people know. Anyone who knows me knows that I love spreadsheets. What was I talking about? Inputs, yeah. So obviously I'm going to be inputting bits and bobs. That's probably going to be through 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and hopefully I can be profitable throughout kind of some of those months and build the bank that way as well. That way I'm building the bank in 2 different ways. 1, becoming profitable, and 2, adding from the bank. From being paid and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully I can build a nice bit of capital. Obviously I probably should have used the word capital instead of bank, but you know what I mean, my account number. I want to build it over time, and obviously hopefully in the future, maybe year 4, year 5, I'll be able to trade at least part-time, which is exciting news, and obviously you guys will be following on that journey with me. So moving on to part number 3 of this video, and that is becoming profitable. Now obviously for me, I've written down here year 5 profitable. Obviously it could be year 6, it could be year 7, it could be next year, it could be year 2. But obviously we will see, and we'll grow together and all that kind of thing. I keep saying that, all that kind of stuff. But we will kind of grow, and my capital will grow as I mentioned in year 2, 3, 4, etc. And hopefully by year 5, year 6, whenever I become profitable, and then I can start trading part-time, if not full-time. That's the goal. That's my aim of this channel and my life, really, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's my plan. I'll stick it up on the screen if I haven't already throughout the video. Let me know if you have any ideas that I might want to add into the plan. Obviously I've probably missed some bits on here. I mean, this is my planning for this video. Anyway, I'm rambling on a little bit, so I hope you enjoyed the trading plan. Let me know what you think with a comment down below. It's good to see you again. Take care. See you soon.